Hi, everybody. Adam here. Welcome back to Mini Motorways. Today we're going to be playing Chiang Mai. It says explore Thailand's historical roads of the north and help deliver commuters to their destination. Looking at the leaderboard, looks like we're going to want to get at least 1,200 or so to get over this peak of users, but really for a decent score here, we're going to be looking to get more like 2,000 to 2,700 at least. So it'd be interesting to see just how difficult that will end up being. Let's dive in and get started. Oh, interesting. We've got a two store plot to start the game. Let's take this over with a bridge. We've got this one here. So, aim of the game, we're trying to get people from these houses to the stores to satisfy the demand. I try to keep things separated as much as possible so that we've only got cars of a specific color going to stores of that exact same color, and also try to make sure that the houses are only hooked up with roads to the stores they're actually going to interact with. And that usually helps us avoid some of the traffic chaos. But interesting out of the gate here to have two stores on one plot. It's usually just a single store plot, but should be able to make this work. You can see the bridges are probably going to be a big deal with this waterway looping around this middle area right here. We'll up the speed, at least for the start here. Very much a game of like everything's under control until it's absolutely, on fire. Game will just randomly decide that we're going to put houses in weird spots that are inconvenient. But these initial bits, I was going to say these initial bits shouldn't be too bad, but that's not amazing. Let's pause for a second here. Don't love how these red ones are in the middle here. And the store is just right on top of that yellow roadway there. I wonder, what if we, for the time being, what if we went back here? What if we did something a little, I guess we can't go up at the moment. I was going to think about going up and over the top. I guess what we could do is something like that. And then have the reds go like that. Not amazing to have to use a bridge like that, but definitely will keep things a lot neater. So end of week one here, we get to choose upgrades. We could take traffic lights, could be useful, I guess, if we're gonna have a lot of mixed color traffic on the same roadways. But I think initially bridges and roads are gonna be more useful with this waterway. See where the game goes from here. That's kind of a crazy start. Now we've got a store, another green store right over here. I think what we might try to do here, let's go like that. I think that will be a little bit neater. If we take that one off of that road and then just onto that. So we've got two for each of those green ones. Things are very, very chaotic to get started here. Not so much chaotic, just haphazard, I'd say, I guess is probably a better way to look at it, but you can go up there. I just want you to go like that. Another yellow house. That was a relatively easy connection. But I definitely feel like this waterway here around this central area is going to be trouble. We've got one of our stores here, the yellow store, is upgraded to basically an arena. Gonna need more houses supplying customers for it. So we got the choice again, bridge and 20 road or 2 traffic lights and 20 road. I think we're still gonna go with bridges. I feel like those are still gonna be really useful. But I guess we'll see as the map kind of continues to expand out. Things are relatively under control. Okay, what are we going to do here? We've got greens on the outside here. I guess what we could do is we could take these greens over here and make these the new places for that one right there. And then use the other greens all for the middle green here since it's turned into the arena as well and needs a lot of people. Keep things relatively tidy. Don't love that. We got another yellow just over here. I mean, for now, we can do that and just have everybody come in off of this one road to both the arena and to the store, but that's not going to be amazing long term. Let's see though. See where things head. If we get an opportunity to have a split these yellows up for the stores rather than have them all on the same road. But now we've got a red down here. It's okay though. Where's the second house going to be for that one? There. There we get, I don't want you go that way and then you go that way. And then we've got a red all the way over here. Not amazing. I don't even think we can get this all the way over, even if we are drawing straight lines. Can we be more efficient at all with any of these? I mean, I guess we could do this one here. That connects the red up there. That's a lot of road to get over there. Those cars are going to have to go so far. Roundabout in 20 or 30. I think we're going to take the roundabout just because I can see what's on the other side here, what just spawned in. I don't love what is going on here. So I think what we're going to want, if we back this up, back that down, thinking that this could be a good spot for a roundabout. can we actually get, or do we even want to get? Trying to think the best way around to get greens over there. I mean, we've got the 2 over here, but 2 is not going to be able to split well between those 2, likely. We've got the new green over here. I guess what we could do, that, and we could do that for the time being. That gets this green one on the far side here into the mix, and then it gives these ones an opportunity to get to that one if need be. Would like to tidy that up if we can. Okay, now let's, okay, pause. So we've got a second one here. So those 2 could probably take care of that, which would mean that we could get rid of that. And if we back this actually all the way up, back this up, let's just tidy this. So then if we have this coming over here, these 2 could go here, and this 1 could come down here as well. And then the reds could come this way, like that. I think that works and is probably the optimal. This is a very compact map. There's a lot going on here. But I feel like everything's still okay. You can see there's another river showing up here on the right-hand side. That's probably going to need to be dealt with soon. We still do have 2 bridges, which is good to see. Would like to get more red houses for this red store over here. Don't love that purple down here with the houses on the opposite side of the map. I think for now we need to bring these on this same road as the red. And then if we put that like right there, we should be able to have everything use the roundabout. May not be too bad. Don't like having multiple colors on the one road. Oh, good. We've got a motorway in 10 or 30 road tiles. I feel like the motorway is going to be the play here. If we pause that for a second, I'm actually tempted to maybe leave this road, most like the sort of general idea of this road the way it is. And then maybe put the motorway like right there, and then have it come down to there. Because that way, kind of we get a bunch of road pieces back, which I think are going to be super useful. We're going to need more reds on that interior part there, aren't we? So let's bring you onto there. Let's bring you onto there, because those should be able to help bring this down. We just need to figure out what we're going to do here. We could always bring reds onto the yellow road there, the bridge going across. Those could also really benefit probably from a motorway. But I really do like the motorway being over here. Let's see what the game is going to do here. Things are still generally under control, but there's a lot of chaos, or at least a lot of areas for chaos to start really going. So we've got bridge in 20 or roundabout in 20. Let's take the bridge because I feel like with this blue over here, we are going to need some bridges here soon. Those two should be able to handle that store fairly well. A little roundabout with the road there, but not too bad. Red house down here. Not super useful or great. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with that? We got crazy stores popping up all over the place. So let's see here. So road tiles probably down here. Could be more efficient than that. Be neater than that. So that gets at least something there. What are we going to do? What are we going to do for that one right there? I mean, we could go and I guess we could leave that and then we could just take these. I don't think we're gonna, I don't have enough. No, this is not gonna work. I was gonna say we could take those around, but I don't feel like we've got enough road to make that happen. We need to, I think, get rid of that. Let's get ready to pause again once that bridge is gone. That's interesting. There's another yellow under the that bridge gonna be gone here soon. Okay, so let's pause. We've got a yellow under here, which maybe we'll want to do something with in a moment, but let's go like that. Let's bring that on there. You should come onto there. That's not, I don't love that. Now we've got a whole bunch of places for yellow using that one road, but kind of necessary. I think we should be able to handle all that demand in just a moment here. Everything should start to chill out. We are closing in on 400, which is impressive. Motorway and 10 road tiles for sure is what we're going to do. And I feel like want to do, bring that blue there. That's good for that blue store over there. We've got the green up here, which I guess for now can just go like that. There's definitely things I could do with the motorway. I'd like to simplify these yellows a bit. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to leave the yellow, all the roads for the yellows the same as they are at the moment, but I'm going to go like that. Because we may need that motorway back for something else later, but at least for now, that gives a more optimal route for the yellows to go. Should simplify some of the traffic, hopefully. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Still have these two reds here which aren't attached. I think that's okay. We will need those at some point. Oh boy, now we've got a yellow up here. Are we gonna get more houses closer, or are they just all gonna be on the exact opposite side of the map? Multiples, that's horrific. Okay, let's pause for a second. So let's bring this up into here. We've got so many. How do we get rid of let's get rid of that motorway there. Let's run it for a moment so we get that motorway back in our inventory. Let's pause. Now I think we actually need this to go over here like that. I think that's what we need. Very, very chaotic with all of those yellows. Let's pause for a second. This purple's not actually that bad if we like separate right there, and if we take these three, and I see we need more road. I think we'll get some in just a moment here because we are on Sunday. A bridge and 20 or a roundabout and 20? I think a bridge and 20. If we pause, this has already turned into an arena, which is not amazing. I think we can take another one off. So that gives us 4 going to the arena, and that leaves 4 for this purple over here. We have another purple house over here, which is not super useful. We've got another red here, which will just let do its own thing for a few minutes because we don't need it yet, I don't think. I think we're coping at the moment. Over 500 for our score. I can definitely see how this is going to get really tricky in a few minutes, though, as yes, as these things fill in. What are we going to do for that? Like, okay, you yellow, you're not, you should be up there. How do we How do we get these reds all the way across the map with only seven road tiles? Let's see here. So if we go, what do we want to do here? We maybe use the roundabout. We don't have, we took bridge. That's right. We took a bridge. Like 7 is not that many. Can we? Why can't you connect? Okay, there, you're connected. So then can we get you on there and you on there? Like that is awful in so many ways. But I think that'll at least let us piggyback for the time being. I mean, what actually, there's probably a few other little road things we can do here, but let's just see where the week ends off because I think everything's okay for the time being. Okay, a motorway and 10 is probably what we want. We've got another purple up here. That's fine. We can live with that for the moment. Can we come around these? Do we have enough to do that now? Those go there. And I guess that's about as optimal as we're going to get. That should be fine. If we take back a few road pieces and we stick this here and we take that over to there, then we should be able to separate that, and that should make that red a lot better because that's, I can see the chaos forming there, and that's, I think, going to alleviate some of it. It means we can separate those two again. So everything's okay there. And then what I was thinking, if we go, like, why is there a yellow there? A yellow house there. That's so not helpful at the moment. If we take these 4, what if we take back some of this road? Can we actually be more optimal? Into the traffic circle. We need some of that road back, I see. Let's run it for a moment. Actually, a few things going on here that we can probably leverage. If we bring this over now into that, I think that'll be nicer. And it's good timing because it's now in an arena. Okay, things are going crazy. So let's stop for a sec here. What can we do? We need more greens right here. Need more greens there. And we need blues up there. All our blues are down here. Awkwardly positioned. You need to get onto that road. Feel like we should be able to optimize some of this away now, since we've got so many purples on this side, but I don't think we've got the resources for it at the moment. Where's the best? How do we best get? So if we get these, make sure those are connected. We need this to come, nope, not like that. We need this to go down to there. So that should help us with the blues. The greens, though, we need. Can we? How do we get? How do we get through? We just don't have. We needed like another motorway, but we definitely don't have that handy. Could we? Could we do something over here? The tough thing is I can't get that green onto this thing, and we've only got two there. Like I wonder if we're better off reclaiming this road here. We're going to need to run it for a moment to get those road pieces back. So if we come on there and then we come off, just go across to there. That should give us way more greens to help. Like that, we're gonna have some massive traffic problems, but like that brings a lot more greens to the table, which should be good. We need to get to the end of the week though. We really need some more road tiles. Do we take the 30 road tiles or do we do the motorway? I think we have to take the motorway. It's hard to ever turn down a motorway. If we can we do this? Let's go around this. we go around like that, then we should be able to love the crooked roads, but that should give us 3 going to this one and 2 going to this one. That should be all connected and good for the blues. Can we if we go and we do, let's grab just like, yeah, you don't like that, you need more road, but so let's just take the 3 to start with here. Let's run you over to there, which should let us take back that and then just run these out onto this roadway. That should give us less traffic up here. We can actually even move that down to there, which I think will simplify that roundabout as well. I don't know, that was a lot of changes. Let's see. Oh boy, we've got the arena over here now, which is going to be crazy. Another store there. That's unfortunate. We're over 1,000. Are we're gaining a few of the road pieces back. We'll look at it in just a sec here. Purple's up there, of course. Okay, let's pause for a second. So we should be able to bring those reds onto there, which is going to help with that down there. We should be able to all these purples now, with the exception of that one, which is really awkwardly placed, should now be able to come and satisfy those. That's good. We do need purples to have access up here. We'd really like to get these yellows in the game here as well, but let's do that to start. Can we no, we actually can. I mean, we're just gonna make a disaster here at the moment because we've got these purples here, but let's try that and see if that makes things a little better. Rapidly approaching 1100. Yeah, we're just desperately in need of road. If we could get a 30, I think I would take a 30 road now over A motorway, maybe. It's always hard to say no to a motorway, but we're over 1200. Things are booming. A little bit of road here, and I feel like, yeah, I said maybe I'd take more road instead of a motorway, but I feel like maybe that motorway could get us some road back. Let's pause for a second. Because I feel like what we could do is we could probably, like, right here, if we run that. Hello? Can we just put this over to there? That should then let us reclaim all of this road, which should be a huge, massive help. And then I feel like and we still have these here. What are we doing with these? It's unfortunate because this one right here just can't get anywhere useful. Same goes for these ones here. It's even going on over here. We've got so many yellows there. I feel like if we were to go and take I feel like we could actually take that there, and we could probably take this and go around. I don't like that as a junction, but maybe that's better. We can get another house on supporting this one. I think that other thing I'd like to do here is ideally get all of those coming around over to here. I don't know if it's enough to do much for us. Yeah, I think it'll be necessary though, because otherwise I feel like this. May survive. We just need more greens. There's so many green. Oh, is that not? Why is that up there? That gives us another one for this. What are greens doing? Greens are going around. Greens can take that one through, I guess. That's interesting. Unintended, but maybe that, no. This should help that. What can we do? Is there anything more? I mean, these are going to, they're going to help. I don't know how much they're going to help. I mean, you could go on to there. We could. Oh, I see. They can come around that way too. That's weird. I don't love that. That's just making our, so the greens, I think, are clogging things up. I think we're going to be toast here in a second because of these greens. Yeah. Too few cars could reach this destination. 1,428. Where does that put us? It's top 30. That's not bad. I really see that's the problem. Like when you get roads starting to intermingle with different colors, the it just opens up those weird traffic situations. Not quite as high as I would have liked to see, but I feel like we did fairly well. I think that's a pretty decent score as a first playthrough on Chiang Mai. The next map, by the looks of it here, that we're going to play on is going to be Lisbon. That should be interesting. Border the stunning coastline where the Tagus meets the Atlantic. That is an interesting curve for the scores. Everybody basically gets to 1100. Well, I mean, anywhere from like 500 to almost 2000. And then it falls off in a hurry. That's going to be an interesting one to play. But I think we'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much for watching. Happy with our score. Definitely going to want to come back at a later date and try to improve upon that. But definitely some interesting challenges there on the Chiang Mai map. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.